everyone, and welcome back to AustinPlus commentary, where today we are finally doing a review on Jurassic World Rebirth, or Jurassic World 4. This is very weird. I don't like Rebirth because I was not a fan of the whole idea of doing a fourth film, but I guess here we are, and it didn't disappoint as much as I would have I was expecting, not would have hoped. I was hoping this movie was good, and it actually was. Now, like always, we've got best characters, best scenes, and then box office. Now, then my official review. We'll look at other people's reviews, and then the what we can expect from the Jurassic World franchise. Because, believe it or not, there is said to be more.
What? What the fuck?
So, starting off with best characters, now I would say there were 4 main characters in this whole movie, and all of them I actually did like. So, first off was Scarlett Johansson's character. Now, we'll say this now, I have no idea who their names are. I watched this a while ago, I do not remember their names, so I'm referring to their actors. But I like Scarlett Johansson's character because she comes off as this, fierce character. She actually says that she has some sort of backstory, and she does have demons and all that, so I think that's good character building. But she's the hero of this story. I know they try and reflect Mahershala Ali as the hero, but both of them really even each other out, which is why my next favorite character is Ali's character. He is very butch. He's very he is what I would expect from a character like him. He reminds me of a pirate you'd go to for help, but and I like his character mainly because I actually do like the actor, but also he is very tactical. He knows what he's doing, and also he's actually quite funny in this movie. He's got some one-liners as well. I don't remember much about both of their characters, mainly because I watched this over a month ago, so this is based on memory. I did write the review the day after, but I do not remember what their character types were like. But the only one I do remember very slightly was Jonathan Bailey's character as the scientist. Jonathan Bailey's character was all the scientists and all that. He was very skittish is the only word I can really use. He was informative. And that's why I kind of like this team, because you've got the hero, you've got the the helper with the physical and brutal stuff, but then you've also got the scientist. It reminds me a lot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I like his character type more, and then obviously, I know it's gonna sound weird, Donatello's actually my favorite Ninja Turtle, so it's always the smart ones. My last favorite character, and this is more of an honorary mention, but I like him mainly because I've just watched Lincoln Lawyer, and I love that show. I love it so much. But also I like his dynamic with the whole with his daughter's boyfriend. He's an absolute nuisance, tag along, mind-numbingly stupid. You've got a collection of words, but that relationship grows, and it shows his growth as a father. So I do like his character, but I'm going to say it's mainly because he was in Lincoln Lawyer. Now, to top 5 scenes. So, fifth one is when they go to get the pterodactyl egg. I don't know what it's called, okay? I'm calling it a pterodactyl. A lot of them tend to go flap, flap, flap. I'm calling it a pterodactyl. I like this scene mainly because of the comedic after bit when the dinosaur finds out that he's going for the egg, and they try and kick it. And I think it's more of comedy relief, really. This was the last scene. I would have preferred it to have been the first one, because then they did the first two best scenes, and I'll get onto them literally next. But the pterosaur one, or the pterodactyl, though, that one was the worst, and it was the last one to get. I think it would have been the first one to end on a ladder, end on a high, because then you had the final scene. And I'm honestly astonished they didn't die, especially Jonathan Bailey. He falls from that height and lands in a tree and somehow still alive. I think that's so far-fetched. Next one is when they were when they were doing they were trying to get the DNA from the Titanosaurus. Now, for a Titanosaurus, it's a lot bigger in this movie. I know I've seen a Titanosaurus, I think it was in the first one or the second one, but holy crap, this one's big. It's got a large tail, but I know this whole island is based on the fact that some of them look different, like the Mosasaurus looks more like a whale. The Titanosaurus I thought was really cool, and then obviously you had the OG music coming in. But it was really good because I like herbivores. For some reason, I think herbivores are so peaceful. But I prefer herbivores mainly because they don't tend to roar at you. They tend to not be nasty. They're quite passive. So I do like when it's herbivores and it's nice and peaceful, which also then takes me to my next scene. I don't know why I rate this one over that, but I think it's because of the action, and also I have a really soft spot for aquatic creatures. I love marine biology. I think the idea of having a Mosasaurus look like a whale is one I would assume is not that wrong. But the Mosasaurus scene I think was just, like, really good because the action, I don't know it's not a phobia, but it's like I used to really scare easily, especially when I used to go and see, when it was Jurassic World. It might have been Jurassic World 2. Now, Jurassic World 2 obviously starts with the Mosasaurus scene, and that is also then built up my whole idea of, oh, Mosasaurus are terrifying, but also Mosasaurus are so cool. So it's here and all there. But this scene was very cool because of the action, and then you've got the, like, I did not think they were going to get the blood of that Mosasaurus. But it was really weird because it then disappears and comes back with Spinosauruses that can flippin' swim. Now, this scene was very short-lived. I didn't know T-Rexes could be this stealthy, but then they ended up finding the lifeboat that was exceptionally loud. But then the T-Rex goes to save the the T-Rex goes to try and eat the lifeboat. Now, this scene, I genuinely jumped from my chair. Now, it sounds weird, but it's true. When I was watching this scene, I saw the Mosasaurus, the T-Rex trying swimming and all that. And then when they got to the other side, I knew for a fact that I thought for a fact that the T-Rex was going to get through, but just wouldn't see them, but I couldn't. But then they realized that they didn't have a little child. That scared me to my core. I thought they could, oh my god, of everyone in that group, it's gonna be that kid, the kid that dies. Please no. But it somehow made it. But it was more the fact that the T-Rex kept on going down for the lifeboat. I don't know how she survived that. Now, last scene, and I think this is the one I want to talk in a bit more depth with, because what I love about it is it didn't serve any purpose to the whole movie. The whole idea of the movie was to make a medicine that is built from dinosaur DNA, but it was very exclusive dinosaur DNA. And the reason I think this scene is so stupid and so cool is because this T-Rex was the headline, or D-Rex was the headline for this whole movie, and it served no purpose whatsoever.
Nice.
And I think what's really cool with this is because they say during the day it's somewhat peaceful until you go into the woods and you see other dinosaurs until it comes to nighttime, and then that dinosaur comes out. Now, this thing is big, but I do not like the fact that it's got 6 hands. That's creepy. I know a Tyrannosaurus has 2 little hands and then 2 big legs. This thing had 6 tiny hands. Jurassic World Rebirth made $650 million in total. That is insane. For a film that was one of the least received, that was expected to be the least received of the year, it made $650 million. That's nuts. This movie made nearly $100 million on opening weekend. I can actually see that. There was a lot of people that actually were waiting in line on the day that, because I see it on premiere day. So on the days that things are released, I saw the line. A lot of people had their buckets for the dinosaur thing already. So, yeah, I do actually believe that. Its production budget was $180 million, which isn't surprising for what this film was actually supposed to be. Yeah, like this for a dinosaur, and like a lot of that does go into like the animatronics and animations of the dinosaurs, but the rest of it was mainly filmed on a camera. Mainly filmed on a camera. The overall gross of this movie is 3.6 times the production budget, which is pretty good. I think that's made a pretty good profit. Its average run per theater is 4,000 times per week. This is considering that it is a Jurassic World movie and that this movie has only been out for nearly over a month. That doesn't make sense to me, because if it's played less times than another film like Superman, how is this one made more? Now, common question is, what role does this movie serve to the whole franchise? It's actually introduced a whole new trilogy. I didn't think it was. I thought it was just another installment, but no, it is actually going to be a whole new trilogy. But I'm not that bothered if they do. I'll still go and watch them, obviously, but it doesn't bother me in the slightest. But everyone, that is the end of today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe and comment what else you would like to see on the channel. And without further ado, I hope you have an amazing day as always, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye! Yeah!